Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, it's Gemini back with another video. And hey, in this video, I wanted to do the 1991 Survivor Series review, thoughts, kind of go over what I thought about this tape and the actual event and whatnot. So we'll take a look. This is the Greatest Challenge, Hulk Hogan and the Undertaker. And there's your Coliseum video, the 5th annual. Now, I take you back to Detroit. It's November. It's 1991. It's Hulk Hogan is the WWF Heavyweight Champion. It's the Undertaker is the oncoming challenger. Undertaker in 1991 got on an unbelievable roll. Destroyed Snook at WrestleMania. Put Warrior in the casket. Undertaker got on a roll. And so the logical thing was to pit WWF Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan against the Undertaker, the #1 contender. And they had a tremendous rivalry building up to that match, with Ric Flair involved, some different things on the funeral parlor with Paul Bearer. Now, this event took place in the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit. Now, if you've never been to the Joe in Detroit, I'll tell you, it's one of the most beautiful arenas. It's home of the Stanley Cup, multi-time Stanley Cup champion Detroit Red Wings. Detroit is a great sports city. Congratulations to Detroit Tigers, who went out and opened up their checkbooks and signed Prince Fielder to a 9-year, $214 million contract. That definitely makes Detroit a player. Their owner is 82 years old, Mr. I, and he wants to win, so he went out and signed Prince Fielder from Milwaukee as a free agent, $214 million, a staggering $214 million. But it is what it is, and the Tigers are going to set all kinds of offensive records with Cabrera at third, Fielder at first, and wait till V-Mark gets back, and then they're really going to explode. But anyways, that's about the 91 Survivor Series. We could go right to the opening match. It was Ric Flair's team, and he teamed with Ted DiBiase, the Mountie, the Warlord, and they faced a team of Rowdy Piper, Bret Hart, British Bulldog, and Virgil. And that was the opening match, and it was a good match. Piper and Flair had a good thing going on, and in the end, it came down. Everyone got counted out but Ric Flair. Ric Flair won, and he came out with the belt, the real world's heavyweight title that Jack Tunney had censored out. Okay, so you go Bushwhackers and the Rockers versus Nasty Boys and Beverly. So the Beverlys and the Nasties were the heels, and the Rockers and the Bushwhackers were the baby faces. And in that match, you can kind of see some dissension going on with Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, because the heels went over in that match. And Shawn and Marty got into a pushing match and whatnot. And, just 2 months later, Shawn turned on Marty in 92 at the, the barbershop. And so you got Shawn Michaels and Jannetty starting to have some problems at that time. The heels went over in that match. Nasty Boys, 1991 WWF Tag Team Champions. Classic. Okay, another match. You had Captain Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Sergeant Slaughter, El Matador, and Kerry Von Erich, Texas Tornado, versus Colonel Mustafa, the Berserker, Barbarian, and Skinner. And Hacksaw's team went over in that match. Now, it was funny, because in the next one, you got Big Boss Man and Legion of Doom 3 versus IRS and National Disasters, Team 3. It was originally supposed to be 4. Savage was supposed to be on the Big Boss Man and Legion of Doom's team, and Jake Snake Roberts was supposed to be on IRS and National Disasters. But if you remember on Superstars, Jake put the snake on Randy, and he bit his arm, and it was a big dramatic scene. So those guys were out for Survivor Series. Tunney had indefinitely barred the snake from ringside. It was classic. And then the main event. Oh, man. I'll just show you the main event. It came down to Hogan and Undertaker, and they're battling for the WWF title, and they're going at it. And next thing you know, Ric Flair comes down the ringside. Ric Flair slides a chair in the ring. Undertaker gives Hulk Hogan the Tombstone Piledriver. Bam! He cracks him down on the chair. Undertaker wins the WWF Heavyweight title. And you couldn't believe it. You were absolutely floored, absolutely stunned. And are you kidding me? The Undertaker just won the WWF title? It was huge. And then he leaves, and the belt is swaying back and forth. And the Undertaker's arms. He only held the belt for 6 days. He lost it December 2nd, 1991, and Tuesday in Texas, back to Hogan. And then it was held up for grabs, and Flair won it in the Rumble. But for about 6 days there, the Undertaker was a champion. And he wouldn't get that belt back for about 6 years. So it was March the 23rd, 1997. He won it back from Sid at WrestleMania 13. But at the time, Undertaker was a champion. It was, that crowd in Detroit was popping for the Taker when he won the belt. I mean, that was a big deal when the Undertaker won the belt. I mean, that was not just another title match. I mean, that was really, to watch Hogan, who at that point had been the champion like 8-10 months because he won it back at WrestleMania 7 from Slaughter. He was the champion 8-10 months at that time. It was a big deal when the Undertaker won that belt. And they were booing Hogan. You know, I mean, they were booing Hogan and they were popping for the Undertaker. But that's Detroit. Detroit, you know, it's a rough city. They mug the Easter Bunny. You know, they boo Santa Claus in Detroit. And, you know, that's what they do there. It's a rough city. It's not no pretty little area. I mean, it's a rough place to live. If you're going to live there, you're going to be tough as hell. I mean, look at their ball teams. Tigers, Pistons, you know, the Lion. I mean, that's a tough place to be. I recommend that you eat your Wheaties before you go to Detroit. Otherwise, you're going to get your ass kicked. But I love the Motor City. I will go back to Detroit anytime, any day of the week. It's a wonderful city. It was when I went there for WrestleMania 23, it was amazing. One of the best cities I had ever been to. I love Detroit. I love the Joe. Love everything about it. Greek Town, yeah. Anyways, that's it for Survivor Series 91. Gentlemen, I see you.